A couple weeks ago when they suggested they could launch a nuclear missile across the Pacific and hit the mainland of the United States, I think most analysts said this is a fantasy. They really don't have the technology to do that with any reliability. But this idea of hitting U.S. forces in the Pacific is much more plausible, and let's talk about why. Look at Japan here. From Pyongyang, that's about 800 miles. There are 38,000 American troops there. Navy, Marines, Army, Air Force, all in that area. Go down to Guam down here. That's further. That's about 2,000 miles away. Only 5,700 American troops there. But talk about an inviting target for any enemy of the United States. This is one of the most important bomber bases on the planet for America. Wolf?
What would the North Koreans do? What would they use to deliver any such attack?
In all likelihood, well, you're talking about a missile attack in all likelihood here. Remember they had that big launch of that multi-stage rocket sometime back there? This was a big accomplishment for them because it's a hard technology to pull off. It's still arguably somewhat experimental, not reliable. They can't count on it. But they have lower grade missiles, which they call their Taepodong missiles, and those are somewhat more reliable. They could carry a payload, maybe a nuclear payload, but certainly a conventional warhead, and there is reason to believe they might be able to guide them well enough over enough distance to hit these targets that we're talking about, Wolf.
Aren't these bases, though, protected by U.S. Missile defense systems? Couldn't that thwart even a surprise North Korean attack?
Well, it might be able to. You're right to say surprise, Wolf, because as you know, all the intelligence forces say we don't really know much about what they're planning at any point. There's such an insular society. But the problem with missile defense systems is they really have not proven to be overall as reliable as we would like them to be. And they're more reliable the longer the missile is in the air that you're trying to shoot at, because you get more shots at it. This is a relatively small to intermediate range shot we're talking about in either case. So if everything went right for the North Koreans, they might be able to launch one of these, might be able to get past these defenses and actually hit one of these targets. The big quid pro quo here, though, and the big deterrent is what would come afterward. Almost certainly an overwhelming response from the U.S. and its allies back on North Korea.
Yeah.